Good noon, everyone. Welcome to Nifty Banknifty live analysis. Now, yesterday we basically had kind of shorting bet on Bank Nifty around 38,500. Not only once, but also second time, it did give a good reversal trade from Bank Nifty, and then again it kind of settled towards 38,500. Now, today's opening was very important because after the Fed minutes, it gave a boost to US market, and that's why even the Indian market opened with gap up. Now, opening gap up, strong buying can be clearly seen over here, which clearly shows that yes, the Bank Nifty is in the strong support format, and even here trying to inch on the higher side where some kind of profit booking is coming by. So again, we kind of see that sideways journey is almost on over here. So we'll try to first bring in the data of option, the dynamic data, to understand if we can get some input first from the option data itself, and then we can find some of the important trade structure for today. So market is trading Bank Nifty around 38,700 zone. So let's watch 13 Jan expiry. Now, what we see over here, 38,700, where the current market is, there is some kind of Y, which is there. 500, there is a bigger support on the downside. So we can say, okay, fine, downside is limited to 38,500, which was even yesterday's important zone. And on the higher side, 39,000 Y is building up, and even 38,800. So if I see on the smaller end, 38,800 is a good resistance zone. So upside for Bank Nifty is only about 38,800. So that's one thing which is pretty much clear now. And if I try to see on the downside, there is no big support except for 38,500. So 38,700 is important. So let's just bring this together. 38,700 zone where the Y belt is basically present. Now, we need to be very clear if you are looking out for a breakout trade, which is quite possible. If you see over here, it's kind of trending down, but obviously if it does a breakout on the upside, then it can give us a good breakout trade. Now 38,800 will be very, very critical over here. So one thing is very important. If I kind of note before going for any breakout trade on the upside, if you want to target, this will become a very important strong resistance zone, 38,800. So unless it does not breach on the higher side, we cannot go for the buy trade, which is very, very clear over here for the upside in Bank Nifty. So yes, trend breakout can take place. Consolidation is there, or congestion is there around 38,700. And once it takes a support and kind of reverts, 38,800 will be the key level. Before that, taking the trade might not justify a good breakout trade. Now, coming to the second point, can it give a breakdown? Now, that is also valid. As I said, mostly the sideways sessions can give you both the trade structures of up and down. Now, what we see over here currently also, we can see kind of tested again back up in this zone, and then we can look for downside again over here. But more importantly, the zone which is there is from 38,700. So giving a little leeway over here, somewhere around 680 to above zone, maximum congestion is there. So if I want to take a breakout trade also, one thing is very much certain, it should not go above 38,750. And if it loiters around and then breaks it on the downside, we can also get the downside trade. Now, the most important part over here in the downside trade, we need to be very, very clear that on the downside, the strongest support is present. Okay, so we have these, you can see dotted lines and you can see strong green candle emerging from here. So this entire zone, I can basically say there is a strong support zone in Bank Nifty. And there we have seen the Y also present over here. That's why strong support zone is there. So even if there is a drop, then there can be a sharp pullback on the upside. So downside can get limited today in Bank Nifty unless this zone is broken down. So then you can look for a downside trade and not before that. So we are not looking out to sell Bank Nifty. That's number one, because of the important pointers, congestion over here, strong kind of reversal point of the morning. All those points are plainly telling us that yes, strong upside is present. Second, as I said, if you want to take a trend breakout trade on the upside, sustaining above 38,750 or so, going towards 800 and above this, it can again make a new high. in Bank Nifty towards the end of the session. Okay, so kind of more poised towards the positive end in Bank Nifty. And yesterday we were looking for breakdown, but today we are looking for positive up move in Bank Nifty. Let's go out quickly and check in the Nifty as well. Now, Nifty, no doubt, did also reverse from here around 18,050 to 18,100 zone, which we had said last time, but then opening gap up, coming back down, kind of doing reversal over here, which is very clear if you see strong up move, strong up move. So this entire zone for Nifty also is acting like strong support. No doubt, Reliance, ITC, all are giving support, even the IT packs. And there has not been a sharp sell-off in Nifty, even if there is the slide and then it comes back down. But there is now good amount of support which is clinging on in Nifty as well. So let's see, Nifty is around 18,200. So if I now try to bring in the OI data point over here as well, just to understand that, okay, fine, is there good amount of OI data point that we can look out for? So if I see over here, 18,200 is the clear winner, 18,100 is the clear winner. So I feel today Nifty on the upside move. So 200, 100, 150, all of them are good support. Let's see in the last 2 hour also, you can see 8,200, 100 clear winner, and even in the 1 hour, 8,200. So I am pretty confident about the 800, 18,100 zone, which is obviously way too low, but at least 18,200 zone, which is currently in this zone itself. So one thing is pretty clear that yes, there is a good congestion zone from 150 or 160 onwards. Over here there is a good congestion zone of the OI, and more predominantly 18,200 is the make or break important zone over here. So one thing, you can get a dip on the downside if you try to see over here, because if it is not sustaining, if the Nifty is not sustaining above 18,200 zone, then you can have a dip on the downside. So one thing which is very, very important now, breakout on Bank Nifty, we were very clear about the level, but here also we are very clear, if it does not sustain above 18,200 to 210 or so, we do not look for the upside move in Nifty. So I feel Bank Nifty can go sideways to upside, but you can have a slight downside move in Nifty. But there is TCS results, so TCS can push Nifty upside towards the end of the day. But somewhere I feel if it does not cross or sustain above the zones, because here also it is 18,220 only. If it makes a new high and then it sustains below this, it can sharply come down towards the end of the day. So we need to be little careful in playing Nifty today. But Bank Nifty breakout on the upside is quite possible, but you're trying to see Nifty reversal. And because if it does not sustain above 18,220 after making a new high, if it does not go new high, it does not go and make a new high, momentum is not continued, I can see a sharp reversal coming by. And then if it sustained below 18,200, we clearly know downside can come all the way towards 140 to 150 area. So downside can be very good in Nifty, unless obviously the trend breakdown is there, congestion is being taken out, sharp fallout is there. Otherwise, it can even remain sideways. But won't be taking a buy trade on Nifty because it's already up. Plus, it has already moved over here on the higher side, which is very clear. And then if it goes further high, it doesn't make sense. But in Bank Nifty, we can clearly see that it has gone sideways. Okay, this is good part that it has come down. And that's why we are trying to look for a breakout trade. So it can give us a leeway at least to reach here. Then it can further make a new high, and that can also provide some support to Nifty from falling down. So bullish on Bank Nifty and bearish on Nifty, kind of contra structures are there, and we can find trading opportunity in each of them. Thank you very much. I hope all are safe. Please take care, and we connect again tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Do forward it to your friends and colleagues so that we can have a larger viewer base for good learning purpose.